What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with another video, and the reason why I'm laughing a little bit is because I just asked my students, I go, what is the number one worst setup my students take? And I got some pretty funny responses. So obviously that's what the video is going to be about. If you guys are taking really bad iFVG setups, you're losing, maybe this is why. Okay, so I'm making a video specifically on why you are losing iFVG setups and the worst iFVG setup you can take. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So as I just said, I just asked my Discord, I said, what's the worst fair value gaps or what's the worst iFVGs my students can take? And one of the funny responses was someone said 1 minute before high impact news, people be like 1 minute long in chat. So that's not actually the most destructive, I don't think. I'll go over what I do think is the most destructive. But you guys have to be checking Forex Factory. A lot of times we'll get a 1 minute setup like at 9:50 or 9:51, 9:55, whatever. And little do you know, there's actually red folder news at 10 a.m. And what happens is this. And there's actually a big example of this on Friday. There was a 3 minute fair value gap, and it was an inverse. And honestly, like, there's orange folder news, and I did not know it was going to be this impactful. And a ton of people said on this wick they just got liquidated because they were scared. They exited right away. But if you know there's news, then you know, okay, this could be manipulation. We're not going to close below. Don't be scared, whatever. And even entering the setup before that is risky. Honestly, if you just wait for after news, you could enter then. Like, imagine if you waited till after the news here, and then you could just entered off this second close because you're like, okay, we got a very bullish wick here. We still above the iFVG. Now let me enter knowing that the news is passed. Now I can take the setup. So knowing the news and just being aware of news is definitely one of the things you can be paying attention to, or else you're going to take a lot of losing setups at like 9:50 to 9:59. Same with like the 8:30 red folder news. If you're taking a setup like at 8:20 and there's CPI, you're going to get wrecked. Okay, I'm telling you. So that's definitely the first thing to be aware of. What I think is the most destructive though is it could be two things. I think the first thing is just taking non-obvious fair value gaps. Okay. That is definitely the number one thing. Okay. Now that's going to be the only thing I go over in this video. If you guys want to know the other thing that I think could be one of the worst setups is longing super high and shorting super low. But I think the number one thing I'm going to be going over in this video is going to be like taking fair value gaps that just aren't obvious. There's like no light bulb to them. So let me just show you a few examples. Okay. So the first example would be something like, there's this 1 minute up here. Now you're probably like, oh, why is this bad? We dumped after. And you're right. We did. But if you're going to follow the way I use my stop loss, because I think it's by far the best thing you can do when trading iFVGs. For example, you know, if we close below a bullish fair value gap, I get out of the position when we close back above. Okay. And the problem with taking these tiny fair value gaps is almost every time we're going to close below and we're going to close back above. Almost every time, because it's so small, it's so insignificant to the market where that's just going to happen. So by taking these small fair value gaps, you're just going to get stopped out every time. I always tell people this. It has to be a light bulb fair value gap. Like if I can back away all the way back here, right? I'm way back now. I can go back even further. And I can still see the fair value gap on my screen. Then it's probably an obvious fair value gap. But when I back away, like this really isn't that noticeable to me. And you can see it's the right idea. Like we close below it. But it ends up failing because technically we close back above it. And while these will work sometimes, they're just not high probability. Here's an example of iFVG to the upside. It's super small, and we're also really high in the range, so it doesn't really make sense to take anyways. Like, why would you long this high? That's like the other mistake people make. And, you know, you can just see it fails. We don't even go to the high because it's just so insignificant, and the market just trades through it like it's not even there. And that's why you can't be using them. Right? Same thing with this one right here. Right? There'll be students who send me setups like, why did the short fail? This is an iFVG, you know, it was singular, whatever. And I'm like, bro, because it's tiny. It's not really that significant to the overall market. So you just gotta beware and not take these little tiny fair value gaps, because most likely you're gonna lose on them because you might have the right idea, but the market's gonna close above, below, above, because they're just so insignificant. So here's another example here. You can see that, again, very tiny. We get good momentum above it. But like I said, the market just trades to it like it's not even there, because it's just so insignificant to the actual overall market. It doesn't care about it. And it's not really what's truly holding price down. You can see what's truly holding price down was actually this fair value gap here. And again, it's just, this is going to be much better to take if we were to get it here. But we didn't. We chopped around, and then we went up. That's why it didn't work the second time. Well, it did work. It would just, I mean, it did work. It just would have been a break-even trade. You can see, like, the second time we closed above it here, but we hit this internal high at the same time. So by then it's not high probability. But like, let's say we got it right away, like the instantaneous V-shape reaction here, then that would have been much better. But like, when we come down, chop around, and get these tiny fair values, it's so insignificant to the overall market, and it's not going to be as high probability. So here's another one, and this is going to be the last example I show you, because I've gotten DMs from students who take this one and it does work. Like there's equal highs up here, and they'll take this and be like, oh, rate my trade. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good trade, man. But little do they know, this is never a trade I take. It's just not obvious. Right? It does work, and this is going to give students false hope that they're going to start taking these tiny gaps every time. And it's just not that obvious. And yeah, this happens to be good momentum, and yeah, it happens to work because there's equal highs, but I'm telling you, the win rate of these setups really, really decrease. And if you get the wrong idea and start taking more of these setups, you're probably going to have a lot more losing trades, and your win rate's not going to be close to 70 or 80%. You know, so you just got to stop taking these, skip them, wait for something obvious. You know, what jumps out at you? That's what I always ask myself. What jumps out at me? I mean, this jumps out to me immediately. Look at this one, just giant. We dump right through it, boom, dump after. You know, this one jumps right out at me too. Singular bearish gap, can move south to break even at the next bearish gap, which would be here. And again, it's a nice little scalp to this other inverse here. You know, you would have taken partials here, whatever, premium of the range, right? It just, what jumps out at you? This jumps out at me. This jumps out at me. This does not jump out at me, though, at all. So that is definitely going to be it for the video. Hopefully you guys understand, but that's definitely the most destructive setup that all my students take, I think, that they blow their accounts on, because it's just too small. Same with the ones that are, there's some, like, honestly, the second one would be the giant ones. You know, sometimes you get those giant, like 100 points. I mean, like 100 points. And they take it, and their stop loss is like 100 points. And if it fails, they blow their accounts. They just don't size. That's not really a destructive setup, in my opinion. That's just a setup where my students don't know how to size properly. They don't know to size down on those ones. So that's definitely another one. But not going to go over that right now. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. So make sure to look out for these setups. And don't forget to use code Dodgy. I'm not exactly sure what the sale is right now, but if you check code Dodgy, click the link in the description. You can see it might be 80% off right now by the time I post this video. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, hope you guys learned something from this video. If you got all the way to the end, comment the word ZEE. We'll see who got here. Probably like 25% of my viewers, because that's what my stats say. But don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And that's going to be it for this video. Peace.